Good afternoon. Remember, whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. So yeah. First things first, I'm just going to make sure I check the accessibility. Yeah, I mean, I could have Open Dyslexic if I want to. I may not do, but it's nice that it is there. Thank you very much indeed. Self-voicing, off. Thank you very much. Pretend. Whatever the hell that is. What's preferences? Full screen. Hello, Rain. Hello, hello. Lovely, 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 lovely. I roughly know what to kind of expect because I did kind of watch RT Games, at least playthrough on YouTube, but it's not to say that I saw everything. But yeah, we have to go slay this lovely lady over here because clearly there's something wrong with this lady. We don't know what's right with her, but we definitely know there's something wrong. Maybe it's just because she is a lady. I don't know. But that's the title of the game is Slay the Princess. You just gotta stab her or whatever. I like my little hand, it's their little claw. Chapter 1. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
In the world, what are you talking about? Have you considered maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do it? Forget it, I'm not doing it. You consider maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet! I've always wanted to offer Monarch. Viva la revolution! Continue the cabin. Turn around and leave. Well, I mean... What are you talking about?
About the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
First things first. Is there... Yeah, can I have the music down a little bit? And then the sound is down a little bit. Just so we can have a more of the voice, please. Thank you. Huh. But how can a princess locked away in a basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
I'm being forced along with this. I didn't choose to be here. I just started here. You consider maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
We are?
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up.
Have you left the oven on?
Dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Okay.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
I mean, you're slightly convincing me, but I need to know more.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Okay. It does seem kind of bad, though.
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better.
I mean, this is true.
Than a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Bam. Can't someone else do it?
Oh, if only that were the case. But I don't make the rules.
Yes, you do.
I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far, but unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off.
Am I the only one in the world who has hands?
Like I said, I don't make the rules. no matter how much I wish I did.
I got it. I'm not doing this. Actually, do I get some sort of reward for this?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Okay. I mean, have you considered I may be okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
I mean,
maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
I could be. You don't know. I've had a very rough weekend. Can you tell me my prize is going to be for doing a good job?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward.
Oh.
Just for you.
A special
What
reward?
do you think it might be? I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
It's going to be the highest quality of cheese? Well, I'm pleased. Look, I'll go into the cabin, I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face. Okay, I'm sold, let's get this over with. Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Yeah, I'm sold, let's get this over with.
Good. As long as you remain focused on your goal, it should all be smooth sailing.
Alright, let's do this.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further.
Yes.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
I mean, that just seems natural. We're off to go kill this lady. Of course she's going to not want us to kill her. I mean, who would want that?
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Hello there, voice of the hero. That's a new voice.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
We shall proceed into the cabin because that's what our legs are for.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
It's
the
naked.
air is stale and
Knife.
musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Wow.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I mean, it's kind of nice that they at least left something here to do the deed. I would take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
I mean, I've got hands and teeth. I could give it a try. Now my
Door
curse
to
is a
the
stab.
basement
I can
creaks
stab.
open,
Stab, stab.
revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I'm gonna say, the interior decorating is terrible.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Hello?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Yes, she probably is. I mean, this is her domain.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi! Just checking on you. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. Continue down the stairs. Just checking in on you.
It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
No. No.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Ah, that chain's pretty lengthy. She could try if she wanted to.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
Yeah, and the narrator said, don't let her fool you.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
What? No way. Why would you even think that? Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. Nah. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk, steal your nerves, and step forward. Nah.
Then drop the knife.
No.
We should. It'll go a long way to building trust with her. Don't you dare.
Hello, Stormy. It's good to see you. We do be poggers.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
No, we can tighten our grip, I feel. I mean, we are supposed to be slaying the princess here, but what if I do drop it? I could always pick it up again.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Oh no, pick up the knife. Pick up that. Where's the knife option? I don't want to talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
I mean, I got lefty and righty, if needs be.
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Thank you, Miss Narrator. I will try not to forget about the blade on the floor.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Well, I mean, can't wait to meet the parents. Yeah, it's a pretty awkward relationship. Are you coming on to me? How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that? What's your name? How long have you been down here? Do you know why I'm here to kill you? Okay, we've talked enough. That's a little extreme to go with. Straight away, it's like, yep, nope, we've talked enough. Damn. Are you coming on to me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. I'm here because you're supposed to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
I mean...
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
That's a good question. How long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
What are you gonna do if I let you get out of here? And should I do significant information secret from me? No. And if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you, don't inclined to trust them. And Simon, I'll deflect it. I'll deflect it. What are you gonna do if I let you out of here?
Princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life.
How would you slay the princess, Mr. Jendal?
She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
True.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful.
I mean, you could bake me a cake. That would be nice.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
Trust?
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point.
She
There's
does have a
reason
point.
I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you?
I
What
don't.
can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
But I mean, I'm not just gonna kill this lady.
Like I said, it's all about trust.
Yet.
Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
But yes, code was provided, so thank you very much. Eh.
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything. all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Okay, we're stabbing this bitch.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Okay, we talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Yeah, I know why I'm here. Get out of here, examine the chains. No, we'll just slay the princess. It's the title of the game. Might as well do it.
You charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle.
Oh no, she's got her dukes up.
She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
Damn.
We shouldn't have hesitated. But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down.
Well, this is just peachy. Absolutely peachy. So interesting. Are we really the monster here? I mean, our hand is doesn't really look human.
As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity.
Yeah, I mean, it's some people's kink. But this is going beyond kink. This is,
You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Who knew that this princess was trained in martial arts?
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs. This is the end, isn't it?
Yep, we should just stabbed her.
I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh dear. Chapter 2. The Tower.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I've already reached chapter 2. That's crazy.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
A terrible sense of deja vu? No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
I don't believe that, Mr. Narrator.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again.
The voice of the broken. Well, that's a new voice.
She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
This is more than just deja vu. I'm pretty sure this whole thing literally just happened.
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Please do.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
I mean, I did try to stab her, but for some reason she knew self-defense. No one warned me of that.
Of course we died. We couldn't land a single blow on her, and she broke every bone in our body before she decided to let us die.
How very kind of her.
What were we supposed to do to stop her then? What are we supposed to do to stop her now? It's pointless. She's just a princess. Slaying her shouldn't have been difficult, but congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right.
Ah, fantastic.
And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. The princess killed us and now everyone's right back where they started.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Yep.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
I don't want to think. I just want to stab.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
The world ended?
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
I mean, she probably did, to be honest.
If she ended the entire world, why should we even bother? We might as well just walk up to that cabin, break her chains and let her do whatever she wants. It's all the same in the end.
Just because she's capable of ending the world doesn't mean you're not capable of slaying her. Both of those things can be true at the same time. So chin up. I believe in you.
Wow, he believes in us. Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
You killed me last time around. How can I make sure that doesn't happen again? All she did last time around was beat me to death. How can someone like that end the world? To quote you from last time, she's just a princess. Why was she strong enough to beat me to death with her bare hands? Yeah, why did you... Yeah.
She's just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin and you'll be fine.
She beat the shit out of us.
Or we could pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending that we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge?
I mean, that's very pessimistic.
I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic.
You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
I mean, what if we did, though? I mean, what could possibly go wrong? She killed me.
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
Okay. I will also wear the cool glasses, just like what Stormy has.
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
I need me some cool glasses. People locked her away. Why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me? Very good question.
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are.
Oh, I didn't know we were special.
Oh, we're special. Now I feel much better.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
I don't know.
Who cares if you think we're special? As far as I can tell, the only thing special about us is that we get to experience painfully dying all over again.
Being KJ.
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
Okay. Well, you're saying.
The less you know about her, the better.
That's all then.
Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Well then, we better not leave it waiting any longer. Turn around, tempting as it is. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Yes.
She will lie, she will cheat.
Yes, you said this
she
before.
will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Lying? Cheating? Why would she even bother? She didn't need to do anything like that last time. She caught us off guard last time. We'll be fine. Let's just keep our wits about us. At least one of you still has a shred of sense.
Just make sure you listen to him and not that whiner.
So, gotta listen to the voice of the hero. Gotcha.
I guess I don't have a say here.
No, you don't, voice of the broken. It's time for us to be unbroken. We can get through this. For Sparta!
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than
Well,
its
this is
humble
different.
exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
That seems very much more difficult to get to. Also, there's a mirror here.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small?
It makes sense. We did just get beaten up by her, so she'll probably seem bigger to us now, subconsciously.
We don't feel small. We are small.
She. Same about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
But I can see the mirror.
There's definitely a mirror.
Thank you, hero.
There isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? We're all going to die anyway. And I'm sure that if we looked in there, we'd just see something sad and miserable looking back at us. We don't need any reminders of what we are. It would only make things worse. For the last time, you're not going to die unless you let it happen. And luckily for you, there isn't a mirror, so no one needs to worry about confronting a grisly visage any time in the near future. Though, for what it's worth, if there were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or miserable in it looking back at you. You probably look perfectly normal.
Hello, Callie. Good afternoon / evening, whatever time of day it might be. It being percentagely challenged. Oh no, it's not at 69% charge. Shame. Hello there, local bit. Hello there, indeed.
Probably. Do you not know what we look like?
We're about to go stab a princess, hopefully.
He knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us.
She beat us up last time. It's not very nice. And to look at myself and to see how handsome I am.
Please don't. I'd rather the princess kill us again than see how dreadful we are.
But I wish to see how beautiful we are.
I care less about what we look like and more about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us?
That is true.
I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
It did almost come out like that to begin with, I won't deny. And this whole climate is different from last time.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
I don't know about that. I've definitely been killed by the princess. I'd like to approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
It's clearly a mirror.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
The mirror has now disappeared. What the living hell?
We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
Okay, I'm taking the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
It would be difficult. Time to enter that basement and get stabbing. Step, step, step. Step.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. This is actually kind of nice.
That's true. Was it ever there? But everyone else except for the narrator could see it, so I don't know.
It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I still don't know if I was doing a speedrun tactic there where I got past freaking chapter 1 as quickly as I did. I only died once.
Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Okay, time to witness you.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
Sounding a little simpy now, Broken.
Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude?
Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there.
It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Well, we better continue down the stairs.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
Considering she beat us up in the previous world, this makes sense that she's looking very powerful.
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants.
Ma'am?
You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
Oh, I will tighten my grip, damn it.
As if on command, the blade slips from your grasp. It clatters uselessly to the floor.
Well, that's not good. I didn't choose that option.
But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let that happen to us?
Yeah, why is she still got the chain on if it's nothing to her?
I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade.
I didn't want to drop the blade.
Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence.
Why is she suddenly feeling like a godlike being?
Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
No.
Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Your legs buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
Okay.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs.
I should have told her that she's going to end the world. Oh well. I've given her ideas now.
I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations.
The narrator was right all along.
It's time for me to seize my destiny. And you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it?
Just a little bit.
It certainly does. And beyond that, it more than lends credence to our conversation in the woods. I don't love the thought that in some other reality you failed to destroy her, but what's done is done. I can only hope it helped you learn a valuable lesson.
Sir, I have learnt the most valuable lesson you can ever imagine.
You are the only one who can deal with her. And if you don't, well, she's let you know what will happen, hasn't she?
I mean, this is supposed to be a love story, but, yeah.
Then you shouldn't have trusted us with her destruction. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it? He's being melodramatic, but he's not exactly wrong, is he? What are we supposed to do to stop her?
We could throw poop at her.
Okay. First things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done.
She only appears powerful because we have the broken.
The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. If you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
Yeah, it's not useful. I mean, we're in this situation, which is not great. What do you have me do? What do you have planned? Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. You can be whatever you want to be. Question for you anything before I decide to do anything. What happened to you after I died? I help you end the world. I don't care if something new comes after. I just can't let you do that. I'm yours to command. Pledge yourself to. That's the one thing we were told not to do. Was pledge ourselves to her. So we're not going to do that.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am.
I mean, we could.
And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
Okay. What happened to you after I died?
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird.
Ah.
There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
I am no pet, lady. What would you have me do? What do you have planned?
All you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
It's so powerful. Can't you just break the chains yourself? We don't need some big decker. We need a bigger decker.
Don't be rude. Of course she can. It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world.
Yeah.
That's exactly why it's rude. We should know our place.
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do. The story of a terrible and bountiful God unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was. The destruction in Genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity.
Yeah, she's gone insane. Definitely she's insane. Yeah, she can't break the chains. She's saying she can, but she can't.
The song of you, being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world. And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn, a better dawn. Submit now, submit later. It makes no difference. Because in the end, no matter how vainly you struggle against me, my will triumphs over yours.
Okay. I'm not going to help you in the world. I don't care if something new comes out. I just can't let you do that. I mean, that is tempting to see where that goes. I'm yours to command. Pledge yourself. I'm like, no. No, I mean, I could quick save. That is an option. But as the game says at the start, there is no wrong answers. Just take the journeys you do. I'm not going to help you out in the world. No.
I see. Perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters.
I think she's going to beat us up again.
Pick up that needle.
Are you going to make me stab myself?
Do it. It's what she wants.
I don't care what she wants.
No objections here. I don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
What the hell is this? Why? What are you going to try and make me do with it? I'm going to kill you. Yeah, you're not kidding about that. They're all blacked out. I can't choose any of those. Pick up the blade.
You reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand.
The options were there, but I just couldn't select them.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad. Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably going to stand anyway.
I love how optimistic the hero is. Like, yeah, we're probably going to stand. I'm going to kneel here forever. Stop making me do things. I hate you. I hate you so much. All of you. Just stare.
You feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce.
I read that as toes. Like two toes forced into an unhappy truce. That makes sense too.
The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
To define me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance.
She's gonna make us stab ourselves, I know this.
Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
Lady, you don't have any chill. She needs a Snickers.
What?
What indeed?
You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
The only option I have is end this.
Oh, we'll end this all right.
Broken? No.
Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping we would do too. Slay yourself? Slay the princess? I mean, I'm gonna choose to slay the princess.
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. One step at a time, you move towards the princess.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson.
Are you about to break all my bones again?
Plunge that knife into your lungs.
I'm sorry.
Don't! As you take another step forward,
Oh.
the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease. It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility. Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice. Blood fills your lungs.
Well, at least that blood is red.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
Those are just words. You don't have to listen to her.
It's what she wants.
Broken, stop this.
You, heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you. I'm on it. Your other hand locks around your wrist, struggling to keep it from perforating vital organs. But the blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that plop to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore beneath you. Despite the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one piece, at least for now.
Well, this is certainly something that's taken a leap for the worse.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird thinking it can defy a god.
So the voices are part of us, as I figured they would be.
It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next.
No. Keep slaying
Or
the
you
princess.
can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
Oh, that noise.
You continue to approach the princess, even as the repeated gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement. You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand. My influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will.
You're the one making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't want to hurt us. She's just doing what she has to.
What do you mean? She literally commanded us to kill ourselves.
Stop.
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor, the coppery taste coating your throat. The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers to yours.
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before.
But that's because I know how dangerous you are and I wish to slay you.
Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death.
That's a little demeaning, isn't it? Yes, how thoughtful of her.
How very kind of her.
It's a mercy. Take it. I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this.
I agree.
At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her. Seize the moment before it's too late.
I said no. I mean, these are still blacked out. God, I hope I can get those options at some point. Slay the goddamn princess. We stab it.
Yes. Though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you finally manage to break through, darting to her side before she can react.
If I'm going down, I'm taking her with me.
The wind of your freedom rushes through you, and you channel it into a decisive blow, stabbing into the soft flesh of her ankle and severing the tendons in an act of unyielding defiance. She falls to the floor, crashing unceremoniously to her knees. But you don't give her any time to recover. Your heart pounding with determination, you plunge your blade into her chest. As you find your target again and again, she laughs, crude emotion breaking through her once stony composure as your blade cuts her flesh.
That's probably even worse that she's laughing. I love this is the moment you come in kind of it's like, why is she laughing maniacally while we stab her? I mean, maybe it's her thing. I don't know. We're not king shaming here.
We can do this, can't we? You always could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
It's not too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for forgiveness.
But hello there, Mr. Curling.
I can't believe you would actually strike me. You heathen! You worm! You defiler! You don't know the consequences of your arrogance!
Before you can strike the final blow, the princess lashes out, knocking you off your feet.
Okay, we can kink shame a little bit.
There's an unsettling wet pop as your spine breaks, numbness and pain spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she drives her fist into your chest.
How strong is she? Jesus Christ!
Your body is crushed as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from the impact.
Yeah, it does. It does. I mean, this is probably going to be the second time we die.
You lie there, broken, beyond pain, unable to even see what she's done to you. But the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well. She looks down upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
You're monsters and conspirators. I can't bear to watch this.
The voice of the broken is such a simp.
The princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall.
But I don't feel liberated. I feel empty.
Aside from the pain, I feel fine.
And I'm glad the voice of the hero is doing good.
She collapses to the floor. Her glassy eyes watch, unblinking, yet somehow still full of anguish and fear, as the two of you perish together.
I just got the achievement, God Killer. GG.
I suppose we were never gonna get a happy ending here, were we?
Nope, my thing was like, if I'm going out, I'm taking it with me.
Don't let those be your final thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something. I guess.
Hooray!
Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over. Thank you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 3, The Fury. I don't know if I'm, like, speedrunning through these or not at the moment. Oh, my word.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of the path... Okay, what the hell is that?
What the hell is this? What is there pudding everywhere? The broken is still with us.
I think he's upset.
I think he is upset.
What's he got to be upset about? We just killed a god.
Voice of the stubborn, we have a new voice.
Exactly. You heathens destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was, and ever will be.
You're damn right we did. You'll get over it. I can't say I have much sympathy for you. She was bad for us and you almost got us killed. You're being too generous. He did get us killed.
That's true, he did get us killed.
Alright, enough chatter. I've got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't mind, I'd like to do it without any more interruptions. Okay, great, you're listening. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a... If your thing is telling us about the princess, don't waste your breath. We know all about her. It's hardly a path in the woods at this point, is it?
And this is just like a flesh hellscape. This is just like Finland on a Saturday night. No.
Well, this is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly you've already been here.
We have already been here.
Yeah, you think?
Actually, I don't think we have been here.
Not here, but we have been here, technically.
This is all different, isn't it?
Well, it's because we were stubborn, we were like resisting instead of like giving in to her. We were like, no, we're going to freaking kill you. We got the voice of the stubborn.
Yes, precisely. And if you'd given me 2 seconds to finish my thought, I would have said that. Oh, you're actually letting me talk now. Great. If you've already been here, it means you've seen things you aren't supposed to have seen, and you know things that you aren't supposed to know. This doesn't look like a path in the woods if reality seems distorted. It's because reality is distorted. So you knew this could happen. You knew we'd be able to restart like this. I know all sorts of things, which is why you should listen to me.
Submit to the princess curling. Not princess curling, but yeah, there's a comma in there.
That's not really an answer.
Nah, it's not really an answer at all.
Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
Well, when you first meet her, she's not quite floating in the midair, commanding you with an overpowering voice and gigantic. So
Don't worry. We only need this one last go at things.
my first time I went in, I tried talking with her. That didn't work.
You'd better hope that's true. And don't let that inflated ego get in the way of doing your job.
If there's still a princess at the cabin, maybe we can salvage things. Maybe if we just grovel and apologize, things can go back to how they were before.
She basically elbowed us and beat the shit out of us.
Cut it out, will you? We need to be tough right now. You're making it so much harder than it has to be, so stop whining.
Yeah. Said yourself that you know more than you're letting on. If you want me to go to the cabin, you better tell us everything. Feels like I'm being pulled in 100 different directions. You better all listen to me when the time comes to make a choice. Let's slay her. If I just stay here or do anything else and we hit this point of no return, then what happens? What happens next? It seems like our answers are at the cabin. We might as well see this through. I'm done with this. Bye! I mean, we could. We still have the option of just, we're going. Goodbye.
I can't. Anything I say at this point is far more likely to accelerate the unraveling of this place than it is to actually help you do your job.
But it makes sense that we're now encountering, I guess, what this chapter is called the Fury, because she's like, you made me use my hands. What are you changing me into? It's like, okay.
In fact, I probably shouldn't have even said that. I trust that if you've been here before, it means you know how dangerous she is, and that you know I'm not lying to you about her.
The hero feels like the neutral party member at the moment. He sometimes like, yeah, we should slay it, and other times like, meh, maybe we shouldn't.
Really? That's it? That's all we're getting out of you?
He just wants to keep things going the way they are. But we've been given a second chance to do right by her. She can build something better than this. She can build something better than us. We just have to let her do it.
Do we just have to embrace her? Is that what you're saying, Broken?
Get it? You're conflicted. You've been through a lot, but I really have to be firm here.
Please be firm.
I will tell you one thing, which is that even now you are capable of stopping her and saving the world from ruin. You always have been, and you always will be. Do with that what you will.
Okay. Man, I feel like I'm being pulled in many different directions, though.
So what if I'm speaking my mind? It's not like I've ever really gotten a say in things.
What a crock of shit. Yeah, you stabbed us last time. Repeatedly.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't even work. It doesn't count. We died! If you didn't submit to her, for all we know, that wouldn't have happened.
It's the punishment you all deserved for not listening to me.
To her. Aside from our sulking friend, I don't think we have much to worry about. You're still the one in charge here, and I don't think that's ever gonna change. Second he tries something, I'll put a stop to it.
Thanks, Stubborn. You'll be the hero that we need and deserve. I don't say if I just stay. Yeah, if I just stay here.
Then what happens? Have you even been listening? It's the end is what happens.
I mean, it already looks like it's pretty. There's a lot of pudding everywhere.
Yeah, but is there something after the end?
A lot of veiny pudding.
How am I supposed to know? The end means finality. It's not like I can just peek on over to the other side and tell you what it's like there, if there even is a there.
By the way, the game is sounded overwhelmingly positive on Steam, so this is gonna be a good ride.
It doesn't matter because we're going to win.
Yeah!
Now that's exactly the sort of mindset I like to see. Don't let yourself be consumed. Don't flirt with oblivion. Just focus on the present and everything will be
We're gonna win. It's gonna be good. Yeah, no matter what happens next, might as well see this through. Let's go. This is the cabin.
good. We're all on the same page.
Oh, it's scorchy, the ground. Lovely.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her. That's it? No final words of advice?
Well, when I was sent an email about this game, and I already have known its existence. There's a few that I've played it, like Manly Badass Hero. RT Games have done a playthrough of it, so I haven't seen Manly Badass's playthrough, but I saw RT's. But of course, that's heavily edited, so I haven't seen everything, and remembering it all is a pain anyway. The game is about 8 to 10 hours long, with I think up to 12 to 16 hours of gameplay, or what? Well, air quote gameplay, because it is this. So yeah, if I want to explore everything, it's got quite a bit.
I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard. That's fine by me. Let's get moving. I'm itching for a rematch.
So replayability is definitely a thing. As we saw, there were blacked out options, so
Long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight.
okay, you can't ignore the mirror this time. It's right in front of us, narrator.
But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat. That's horrible. You did this. The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
It's that mirror again. This time it's blocking the door.
A mirror? There is no mirror. There's... I don't know what to tell you.
Ah!
It isn't a mirror because I would know if there...
There's no mirror voice. We were doing this to try to keep up. The repetition is maddening. Yeah. Dubbin.
What are you trying to say exactly?
He thinks we've lost, that we're succumbing to madness, that something in us is broken.
You are the broken.
That's an unnecessarily melodramatic way to describe a hallucination, but sure. I'm not going to waste time arguing with any of you. It went away after we touched it last time. Let's just do it again.
Let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the pedestal. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
What if I don't take the blade next time, though? What if I don't take it?
Good.
Nothing feels better than gripping cold steel. You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you? How strange.
I see a mirror.
It really is just like last time. Are we really hallucinating? Why here? Why now?
Smash it. Smash it to pieces. It's the only thing keeping us from her.
You're right, Broken. We must get to Our Lady Princess. As Curling put it, we should have submitted to her last time when she was the big, tall, giant lady.
Don't you want to know what we'll see then? We won't be able to see anything if we smash it. Now, I'm with him on this one. Smash it. Let's get violent already.
Yeah! Come
Do
on!
whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time.
Smash it.
Bring your fist crashing down against the door leading to the basement.
Oh.
As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead.
Yeah. Now, that we smashed it, but it didn't actually get smashed.
Why am I not surprised? You step forward into the darkness.
The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high-vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic.
There is a lot of pudding here.
The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence. The metallic scent of fresh blood.
We're ready for some good crumpet indeed.
Nauseating embers of charred remains. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Not me being crumped this time. Hopefully she'll be the one crumped.
Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
Oh no.
Was severing the tendons of my ascension not enough for you? Was it not enough to rend my divine heart? Come, see the horrors you've wrought upon my flesh, and feel my hands set upon your throat.
So she remembers what we did to her before? Oh no. She remembers too.
She's so angry with us. Why? Why did you desecrate her? Why couldn't I stop you?
You've got to stop thinking about her like that. It isn't doing anyone any good.
Oh, we have long gone past the niceness of the princess. We've gone down deep.
She's not some untouchable god. She's an abomination. And we're going to put an end to her once and for all.
I remember RT Games' playthrough of this, and he didn't get to this bit until at least episode 3, and each one's like an hour long. Like, oh.
Whatever she is now is our fault. If she's an abomination, then what does that make us?
Ads make me sad. I can wait. Luckily, it's only a minute and a half, so do. But yeah, like as I said, like I do know sort of some stuff that like happens in the nature of it, but I don't know all the options and all the other things, and yeah. It's basically like playing it fresh. I was actually surprised when I got approached with code for this. I was like, oh wow, okay. This came out like September, October or something. Out of ads, nice. It can continue. Although it still says to me that 30 seconds of ads are going on at the moment, but whatever. If the ads are gone, the ads are gone, and that's what matters.
She was going to end the world last time.
What do you mean she was going to end the world last time? She did end the world last time. We're in a fresh one, and now it's all fleshy. You know, pudding.
If
Pudding.
I might interject, you didn't make her into an abomination. She's always been what she is. It's why you're here. And it's why your task is so important.
It's almost like our actions shape what she will be in our next encounter. Really? Honestly, relatable. It's music though. Oh.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The
chamber's walls are painted in blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone.
Well, she's different from when we last saw her. Interesting that her entire ribcage is now exposed due to the fact that we, stabbed her in the chest. Interesting. I also like the fact that her shoes are now part of the thing and still in chains. Still the same chain as well.
Princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
That's true. I didn't realize the dress was made of her own skin. Okay.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
I'm very concerned.
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh.
One other thing I've noticed as well, you know what's interesting, is that yes, obviously we know she's still got the chain on her, but the chain is shorter than when we first met her. The chain before was quite long, and now it's gotten quite short when she's the Fury. Intriguing.
And then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears.
Oh, fuck.
Drops to the ground, and she pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings.
Well, I mean, that doesn't make a difference if she's just going to tear her arm off. Well, she's got nothing holding her back now.
She is loose, and she is coming for you. Let her end it. It's the punishment you all deserve for what you did to her.
It's the punishment I deserve for letting it happen.
I mean, we could stab her, the heart is exposed.
Screw that. We can win. We've done it before, and we'll do it again. This time, we'll make it out the other side. Hell, she's practically done most of the work for us.
God, it is part of the game. I think it's meant to be part of the experience. Like, the stubborn is really quiet, but the broken was louder than him. Because that heartbeat is so much louder. What happened to you? I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry for what I did to you. Please just listen to me. I'm going to end you. Slay the princess. Slay the princess. Let her end you. Oh, God. I actually don't know what choice to go with here. I feel like any of these are just going to get me killed. I'm going to end you. Slay the princess.
You'll try. And that's what I've been so excited for. Let's hurt each other.
Have I turned into a dummy, mommy? Oh, no.
Your heart free of fear, you charge towards the princess, your eyes locked on each other, both of you prepared to lay down your very essence in one blow.
It's now or never. Let's make it a beautiful blaze of glory.
We go out, smashing.
Horrifying squelch. You are unwound.
How did this happen?
I hope you weren't planning on dying. We're going to make this last forever.
Okay.
I feel cold. I've never felt cold before.
Sausages everywhere. Well, that's new. I got spaghetti. I did. True to her word, you did not die by her hands. Something has taken her away and has left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Good evening, Mr. Gwen. I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her. The narrator is gone. The narrator is gone.
Does that mean the world ended?
The world didn't end. We're still here. Come on. We just need to keep going.
Figures the world would end and leave us with all this nothing.
I don't know where she went. I don't know how we'd even go out looking for her.
She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
It's just a mirror. What's awful about it?
It's mocking us. I feel anxious. Does anyone else feel anxious? There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
As far as I'm aware, it's basically people who are like dyslexic, dyspraxic, etc., etc. It's just add them all into one bit. As far as I'm aware, because that's what 16-bit Dad said as well. And I know others have it too, like D, because he's got ADHD, and that's technically part of being neurodivergent as well.
I don't want to look at us.
Hmm. I don't know, that's just the one that it's spelled with, so that's the tag.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
I mean, it's possible. Bonk. Well, there you go. I put the right. I mean, I've had that for months, by the way. For the mirror. The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
No, I think it's literally just because you know how when you have the autofill in for tags, there's many tags where there's stuff like, say, people have misspelled stuff as well, because it's obviously they're commonly used. And I think that's ironically a choice of there as well. So, yeah. Funny enough, it checks out for dyslexic people. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone. But the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. It's you. We're beautiful. We are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
That's a lot of hands. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
What do you... I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
I am Stabby McStabberson, that is true. I am indeed. The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. But there is passion and empathy in her misery. She will make for a burning heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
Okay. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Is that mouth, is that hand moving when she talks?
How can the world
It does.
have ended if we are talking?
Are you what summoned to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Get her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
There's definitely some multiverse stuff going on in here. But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
I mean, I don't know if I want to attack the entity or destroy my body. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
I guess we do stare with the voices are telling me to do so.
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole. And perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
Any more piece of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
And what if I don't let you do this to me? If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Oh, if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
I'm not going back.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Wait forever? Okay, I'm ready. Make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark, and you die.